Let me take my glasses off.
Another question I'd like to ask you, Karsten, is what does it mean to you
Yeah.
to be strong? So what does it mean?
What does what?
What does it mean for you to be strong?
What it means for me to be strong? Like, do you mean in very broad terms?
Very broad terms. It could be a physical attribute or mental attribute or a combination of both. You know, and because of the title, right? You know, it's I am strong. So kind of like, what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When we start, you don't
Yeah.
mean right now. You mean when we start?
Yeah, when we start, I'll bring it up. I'll ask you what are your thoughts on that.
Good.
Okay, are you ready?
Good. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. We are, 1 second. Going live in 3, 2, 1. And we are live. So I want to welcome my very special guest, Karsten Jensen, to the show. Guys, my name is Coach Luca, and we are at the Hardstyle podcast. We are now in a kettlebell club in Montreal, and we are doing a live interview with one of my teachers and also friends, Karsten Jensen. He's a teacher in the fitness industry. Karsten, I want to welcome you to the Hardstyle podcast.
Thank you, Lucas. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So
Real pleasure. Yes.
Been in the fitness industry for many years, and he's been an instructor, and he teaches courses, certifications, workshops, and I regard him very highly in my books. So I wanted to introduce you, and please tell us more about yourself. What it is you do and your experience in the industry.
I'll try to be really quick. My coaching career started when I was 13 years old. I was a tennis instructor in the city where I lived in. So from I was about 13 till I was 21, I was a certified tennis coach. And this is in the early 80s mostly.
Yeah.
When I was 33, I started studying exercise physiology at the University of Copenhagen in Denmark, where I'm from. And that was 91. In 93, I had my first strength coach job with international level triathletes. And I graduated in 1999. And from 93 to 99, I also worked with world-class badminton, world-class figure skating, international level volleyball. In 91 and 99, I became the first full-time strength coach for the what's called Team Denmark, the governing body of elite sports in Denmark. And I worked for them until I came here to Canada in 2007. Since 2007, I've mostly been teaching workshops for trainers with, you can say, the absolute key of that is a a way of planning training that's called the flexible periodization method. Now, a lot of trainers, they get immediate associations to different periodization systems when the word periodization come up, where what I've created is different, is that, for example, linear periodization is one system for designing the right model for a particular client at that point in time. So it has elements of what's already known, but it's fundamentally different also.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I think that's the big thing. Yeah. And I think maybe to tie into the topic we're talking about today, the fourth step of the 5 is instruction, meaning that the program is only as good as the instruction. And everything we're going to talk about today is basically things the trainer would say to the client during the instruction phase.
Absolutely. That is a very key element, and I think it's a critical part of any program is the instruction. I'm just actually thinking this now because it's just kind of, I had an aha moment with that. Anyone could learn push-ups on YouTube, but with a coach, it just is a game changer.
It really is. Yeah.
Great. So I wanted to tell our audience about your workshop, which is called I Am Strong. And you presented this workshop a few years ago at my last studio in Montreal when you came down. And it's the idea that you can change your mind to be stronger, or use your mind to be stronger. And this course really actually helped me realize how important the mind is when it comes to training, when it comes to mindset. And mindset is a huge part of the training. So I'd like for you to explain a little bit about the premise of I Am Strong, and maybe the reasons why you called it that.
Yes. It's first of all, I didn't make it up. One of the titles that inspired me the most is the saying that strength is from the mind. And it's a belief that is very pervasive among all the performing strongmen. For example, if anybody has been into grip, you would have heard of Dennis Rogers. He says that, for example, that's their core belief: strength is from the mind. It is also a belief that you can find in a culture that inspires me a lot, called the Shaolin monks. And one of the things that I study right now is internal power training, which is all about the mind. Now, being a little bit more specific, the course has many specific exercises, but one absolute core of it is using awareness. So it pertains to that during a set of kettlebell swings, for example, where does your awareness go? Since you are awake, you cannot not be aware of anything. So it's very much about where your awareness goes. Does it go, let's say, down into the feet and back up through the hands? Is it in your head, how tired I am? Or is it about using your awareness optimally? And you say, does it matter for how many reps I can do, where my awareness goes? Yes, it does. And it in a non-technical way, the famous spiritual author Wayne Dyer said it like this: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So basically, based on how you are aware, you can make yourself stronger.
Yes.
On a more scientific note, it is what is called the observer effect, which is one of the core tenets of quantum physics. which really is when you observe something, you change it. And with all the exercises we now have refined and tried, it is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you want to make an area of the body stronger, try to become more aware of it. It's not going to make you 100% stronger, but it's going to slightly, very subtly shift, improve, enhance what you have at that moment in time.
And would you call it?
Does that make sense? And
part of it,
why?
Yeah, part of it is also your beliefs on what you can achieve. I think beliefs are key.
Yes.
A lot of people they have limiting beliefs, but you can change that around into making it work for you, right?
Yes, absolutely. And as far as that, I would say and not everybody may really subscribe to that, and it's not a part of the course as such, but it's a part of my personal beliefs, which really is. You can say there's a science part to this as well. The theoretical foundation for the course is what's called the 0-point field. And there's a book called The Field that explains all the science about it. And what the 0-point field is, it really is the universe. And it's a field of unimaginable energy, meaning that the famous physicist Richard Feynman said that in a cubic meter of space, so right in front of us, this field contains enough energy to boil all the oceans. Now, what is very interesting is that research also indicates that the very smallest parts, they are in constant communication with that field. So basically the energy from that field that animates us from a scientific physical standpoint, what it means is that this field is our source as far as energy. So a large part of the techniques is to tap into that field.
Absolutely.
Try to connect with that energy. Yeah. And there's a great quote from the famous strongman Maxick, the guy who was credited with inventing muscle control. He says something to the effect that the infinite, and that's this field, is our inner freedom, to visualize, to go for goals that is expressed through our consciousness. And the consciousness really is both the mind, but it's also the body, because new research indicates that it's really the same thing.
Yes.
There's a quote in the manual from one of my favorite researchers who says that the body is the subconscious mind. So everything in the body is really all energy.
Yeah, we typically disassociate both. We think of mind and body as separate, but if in essence they're part of the whole. And we have to look at them as one unit.
We have to, and really look at so many of the strongest men, including Bill Kazmaier, for example. They say, why are you so strong? They all talk about their spirit, their mind. They don't say because my biceps are big, even though obviously it's in our world of training, the emphasis on muscle versus the mind differs a lot. And let's say in the bodybuilding world, obviously muscles that's number one, but in other areas, it's not, it's highly, you can say, emphasized.
Amazing. I really love this topic. It's really profound stuff, and I think it applies to everyone. Now more than ever, because we are, in a sense, away from the gyms where we like to be. So people are forced to train from home. They have less available. Maybe they're restricted in terms of equipment or what they can do. So but they have to become more
Yes.
creative, you know. So in a sense, what's nice, it's an opportunity for people to connect to themselves, you know, connect
Yes.
to their mind, connect to their bodies, and how they can use it in a better way. Um,
And
I
one of
wanted to
the
ask
one of
you,
the key
go ahead.
questions. Now, quickly, one of the questions that are in the manual, which connects the mind and the body, is that if you can ask, let's say you are going to do a kettlebell session, and then you can say, if this was mental training, what would it be about?
Mm-hmm.
And then typically when I ask this question to clients and trainers, they get this sense of, focus, awareness, enjoyment, tolerating fatigue, courage.
Absolutely.
You automatically and very easily tune in to the mental qualities that are associated with that.
Yeah.
With that.
Awareness qualities that make you more aware, because we're so
Yes.
often, robotic about our program. We're outside of ourselves. We just focus on the
Yes.
number, and then we externalize a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So this is a great internal exercise to focus on. It could be done as you could say, a preparation, a mental preparation before you start, your exercise, in order to
Absolutely.
get in the you could say in the right space.
Yes. To get someone in the right space. Yeah.
Yeah, too often than not, people are distracted and stressed, and they believe maybe it's not possible for them to do something, or to a lot of the times, we're at the most basic level. I think it's, for people, it's the routine. When, if we're working with our students, for them it's the daily, you could say, they're in the stuck in the daily tasks, but the
Yes.
training aspect, whether you're training your mind or your body, it's a chance for you to step aside from your daily what you have to do, work, kids, family, and all that stuff, and be with yourself. So that's what I love about training.
Yes.
What you bring to the table, with your course and your teachings, is integrate the mind more. Be more
Yes.
aware, and the qualities that you speak about are very important, and they're I think underutilized. People they don't think about these things, it brings a deeper level, more purpose to what you're doing.
And the course includes a couple of exercises that someone can do if they feel they don't believe they can achieve their goal. I would say the one technique that I've used the most with the best success is called the matter over mind protocol. So imagine that someone is training and say, I don't believe I can achieve such and such. With the matter over mind protocol, then you ask, well, do you know someone who has done it? Or you try to imagine, okay, if I could do it, how would I focus today? How would I accelerate today? How would I breathe today? How would I hold my body between the sets? What would I drink? How would I recover? And it's really because, and the science of this is, we're all connected through that 0-point field. By asking those really simple questions, you can tie into a deeper intelligence that can switch you and connect you to what it is that you desire to do.
Absolutely.
A large part of it is a very philosophical aspect about goals. In a sense, is that, are we individual persons here that tries to reach out into the world to get stuff? Or are we basically everything inside that tries to give the world what we have? And if you take the look at the 0 point field and you go a little bit more spiritual into it, there's one of my favorite sayings are, and this is an old book called The Science of Getting Rich. It says, your desires are the supreme, your source, seeking a more complete expression. So what you cannot become something you are not already. It's more about getting it out, living it out, than it is pulling it in. Another quote from the manual on the same note, it says, if you find me not within, you will never find me, because I was with you from the beginning. And that basically, it speaks to everything we can imagine that we want in
basically
in
that we already
in
are
our lives.
what we're searching for. It's already in us.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
It brings like I said, deeper meaning to what you do, and
It does.
it's what everyone needs to bring into their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as everyone listening to the same point, there's now you talked about that many have a hard time, which means for anyone listening, if any one of us is able to inspire someone else with what we do physically or training wise, that's a fantastic thing. And you're familiar with Mike Gillette, the strongman?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, it's not about what I can do, it's about what I can inspire you to do. So for anyone who makes a shift and maybe believes more in themselves or follows your programs, even though they may not fully believe in themselves, if they can inspire their brother, their sister, their co-worker, their anyone, that's a good ripple effect that is put in place.
It's almost like you do it of course you do it for yourself, but in a way you also do it for others benefits.
Yes.
If you have that in mind, that you're helping out other people, it gives you greater purpose to what you do. That's amazing.
It does. Yeah.
And this is such a great course and great information. Karsten, I want to know, are you teaching this course right now? Are you have any plans to be teaching it this year?
It's scheduled online in April or May. It's listed on our website under our virtual courses. Yeah. So we teach it in Zoom that way, and it is always available as a manual plus videos.
That's excellent.
It is, and then when things open up again, we'll be teaching it live again.
Well, we look forward to having you back inside.
Thank you, Luca. I look forward to being back.
It's been a great pleasure having you speak about it, and your knowledge is enlightening. So,
thank
you for today.
I appreciate it.
Fantastic. Guys, if you've been watching, again, Karsten, he's awesome. It's called I Am Strong workshop, and we'll be posting the link down below in the comment section, in the details section. Guys, look Karsten up. He's a great teacher, personal trainer, and he has a wonderful array of courses that he teaches for trainers, and anyone can benefit if you're in the fitness industry. So Karsten, once again, thank you, and we want to wish you all the best for the upcoming months and your courses, and we look forward to learning from you again soon.
Thank you, Luca. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yeah, it's been a great pleasure. Have a wonderful day, my friend.
Thanks, Luca.
Thank you.
Good speaking with you again.
Likewise.
You too. So what's next for you? What's next for you now?
The
classes and clients?
We're always working on some stuff. We're working on refining our product, actually. So we haven't scheduled
Yeah.
any online courses yet, but we're working in-house for our online program, which is for our students that we have now with the club, and it's going really well. One of the things that have kept everyone going is the kettlebell, because the kettlebell is so accessible and anyone can have one at home and train and get stronger and have a great workout. But these days, what we're promoting is a community, because community is harder to find if you have to social distance. If we can't be together physically, that we can be together, online or outside of class and that setting. So that's what we're promoting now is that mental health and community aspect.
Yes.
The connection. So
That means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So the mental and emotional health is these days is really important, not just physically, but to keep people going. So
yeah. You guys are doing good things.
We're doing good things, and we're gonna
doing good things.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it up.
Yeah.
But, again, with your stuff, we want to integrate your program in our course, because we find it so important.
Thank you.
The mental aspect. So that's why I wanted to talk to you today about it. So thanks again, my friend.
If you have any additional questions, just shoot an email, Luca.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do my best to reply.
Fantastic.
I would love to.
Yeah. Well, it's been a ball. Good. Thanks for chatting with us.
Likewise, Luca.
Okay, so I'm gonna wish you a great day. Take care, my friend.
You too.
All right.
Take care. Bye.